Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video, which is a what's in the box for the AIRFIX 172 Focke-Wulf Fw190A-8. So this is the final kit from the 4 that I purchased just before Christmas in the discount supermarket. So as you may recall, I got Spitfire, a Hurricane, a Messerschmitt Bf109 and this kit. So it's a standard AIRFIX red box. It's a starter set. You get some great artwork on the front and you get one colour call out. It says it's for 8+, and then on the side here it just goes through what the contents are, in addition to obviously the model sprues. So on the sides you've got some multilingual warnings. The box ends are just standard artwork with the serial number for the kit. On this long edge there's a very brief history of the aircraft, and again the colour call out there. And on the back is the colour plan for the single variant aircraft that's in this kit. So we're looking at a 190A brown 6, 7JG26, Malsrek, Belgium, 1944, by the look of it. So if we have a quick look at what the contents are, let's open the box. So straight off we've got our bag with the paints in, we have our brush, the kit and the destruction sheet, and that's the tissue paper for the decals. So popping the kit to one side along with the instructions, we'll just have a quick look at the ancillaries that come with it. So again, it's a Humbrol number 2, Humbrol AIRFIX number 2 brush. It's actually not too bad. I've used one of these brushes for a couple of different things. I've used one for painting and one for applying decal fix. So if we open up our pots of paint here, so we're mostly looking at greys. In this we get the usual poly cement. We're looking at paint numbers 145, 33 which is flat back, a 27 which I believe is this one, yep, 27. And so by elimination this is 64. So I think this is kind of like a dark sea grey or a slate grey, and then the other two are slightly lighter grey tones. So put those to one side. Having a look at the instructions, again fairly standard fare for AIRFIX. We have a couple of multilingual call-outs for aircraft history and technical specs. We then have multilingual warnings on the front. The manufacturer, which is Hornby Hobbies, their contact address on the inside. The information continues with regards to the aircraft itself. Again, multilingual call-outs for assembly instructions, assembly icons, contents list, and on the following page, advice for supervising adults and safety rules. So, going into the instructions, as per usual, as with most kits, this dives straight in with the cockpit build. And again, colour call-outs being done. So looks like the cockpit tub and the seat are being called out in number 145. There are decals to apply according to this second stage, and it looks like there's two to apply in different places. Then we have the joining of the fuselage halves. Now the interesting thing here is that if you wish to put this on one of their dogfight double stands, there are some holes that need to be drilled out in order to accommodate the stand, and it's a 1.8mm diameter drill bit. Okay, so we then have the engine cowlings going on. Now looking at this, I'm going to suggest to be sure that you glue this in the right steps, and it looks like this front piece goes on because these cannon protrude forward of this piece but go over the top of that, so you would probably need to put that on first. We then have undercarriage detail. It looks like we have another standard mono wing design for the lower, and then a mono for the upper in this case. The cannon go in place in the wings. Fuselage is then joined to the main wing assembly. We have a call out here for, I'm assuming, the if you wish to model the aircraft parked on an airfield with nobody in it, then there is a entry ladder just there, entry step, and it looks like you need to do some assembly for that. Then the landing gear, and then on the final page we have the cockpit canopy, rear shield for the pilot's seat, what is, I believe, the underslung fuel tank, long range fuel tank, and then the prop spinner and what engine assembly details there are. So all in all, 16 steps on this particular kit, and the decals again looking great. Very little extra decal film around the outside of these. These are the cockpit canopy instruments. Or rather, not the cockpit canopy, but the cockpit console instruments. So yeah, very nice. So let's have a look at the kit. And as per a lot of the AIRFIX kits, it comes with the sort of like a blue-grey plastic. There's 3 sprues here, and then there's a sprue for canopy glass, and there's 2 rear parts of the canopy cockpit, which suggests that there are available different versions. So we have a quick look. So cockpit canopy, it's lovely and clear. And it should go on nice and easy. It looks like quite a large proportion of this to the rear of the canopy here will be painted over anyway. So these are the fuselage halves, and we have our prop, the engine cowling, and as I was pointed out earlier, this would be the second one you place on, because it has the what look like cannon muzzles protruding forward of that. There's a little bit of flash just there, so we'll need to just check on that. There's not a lot of cockpit detail simply because there's a larger tub which goes in here, and then this is part of the spinner and engine. And again, there's a little bit of flash on there. It's not much, but there's just a little bit. So this is the upper part of the wing. It also includes the cockpit tub, of which there's actually some very nice amount of detail in there. So that should come up really nicely. Pilots in reasonable moulding, and long-range fuel tank, undercarriage flaps. We've got the prop spinner, and it looks like we've got weighted landing gear as well, which is great. And then we've got the bays for the landing gear, which are detailed nicely just there. And final sprue is the lower part of the main wing, and we've got the rear tail planes as well, and we've got landing gear call outs and the cannon that go into the wing as well. It does look like you have a choice of tail wheel depending on whether you are in flight mode or on the ground. So obviously decisions need to be made as to which version you're going to do. And again, nicely detailed. We're looking at a mixture of recessed and raised panel lines throughout the model. The wing assembly, as I say, the wing assembly looks nice and robust. Just be aware that you've got a pitot tube there, which, you know, if you're handling the model a lot during assembly, try not to break it off. But yeah, it looks good. So all in all, another nice kit with regards to its subject matter, which is obviously World War II fighter aircraft. I'm not going to complain at all about this. I mean, the flash is there, but it's manageable. I'm more than happy to deal with that. It's always nice if we don't have it, but you know, it's not a major drama that it's there. So there we go. Nearly finished with the video for the Spitfire build, and I will get that completed and out hopefully in the next week or so, and you'll come back and join me for the build videos for these other 3 aircraft that I purchased. Hopefully speak to you soon. Alright, take care. Bye.